The Federal Reserve is expected to raise interest rates again today, and the president is sending more troops to the Mexico border. I'm Jeff Pierre, and this is The 7 from The Washington Post. It's Wednesday, May 3rd. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. First up, House Democrats are going to try to force a vote on the debt ceiling. The government may not be able to pay its bills as soon as June 1st. It would cause an economic disaster if Congress doesn't allow the U.S. to borrow more money. And the solution has gotten a little complicated. Republicans want a debt limit increase tied to spending cuts. Democrats want to raise it without conditions, like Congress did 3 times under President Trump. So, House Democrats have found a process that could let them bypass Republican leaders to pass a clean bill to raise the debt ceiling. But they would need some GOP support, and they couldn't fully begin the process for another 2 weeks. President Biden is also set to host a meeting about the debt limit with congressional leaders next week. Number 2. The man accused of killing 5 neighbors in Texas was caught yesterday. The suspect was hiding in a house less than 20 miles away from Cleveland, Texas, where the shooting took place on Friday. San Jacinto County Sheriff Greg Capers spoke about the capture at a briefing yesterday.
The suspect is in custody. I have just left Montgomery County Jail where he was taken. He was caught hiding in a closet underneath some laundry.
The manhunt lasted 4 days, and there have been questions about some aspects of the investigation. The family has said that deputies were slow to respond to their 911 calls, and there were some other early missteps in the investigation, like the FBI initially identifying the wrong man as the suspect. Number 3. The Federal Reserve is expected to raise interest rates again today. It's part of the U.S. central bank's aggressive strategy to slow rising prices by cooling the economy. This will be the 10th time in just over a year. It's possible that this is the last increase we could see for a while. Inflation has been slowing down, and the ongoing banking turmoil could also slow the economy. Officials are expected to debate whether it should press pause and give their policies time to work. Russian casualties in Ukraine are growing. That's story number 4. The White House said this week that about 20,000 Russian soldiers have been killed since December, with another 80,000 injured. Officials say that many of those casualties occurred in Bakhmut. That's an eastern city in Ukraine both armies have been battling over for months. But according to leaked reports, even if Ukraine inflicts unsustainable losses on Russia, the war is expected to drag on into next year. Number 5. President Biden is sending 1,500 more troops to the U.S. border with Mexico. This is happening because a pandemic-era policy called Title 42 ends next Thursday. It allowed the U.S. to turn asylum seekers away, and once it ends, officials expect a surge in illegal border crossings. The request is a little unusual because it's rare to send active-duty troops on domestic missions. They'll join 2,500 National Guard members already deployed there and handle non-law enforcement duties for immigration officials. Number 6. Late-night shows have gone dark. This is the most immediate impact of the Hollywood writer's strike, which started yesterday. Shows like Saturday Night Live and The Tonight Show have all shut down. Writers are going on strike for better pay, which they say has gotten worse in the streaming era. Some other issues, like the use of AI to write scripts, have also come up. Writers, actors, and supporters protested in New York yesterday. Staff writer Daisy Long was one of them. She spoke to the Post about why this protest mattered to her.
I'm new to the WGA. I'm a staff writer. I'm striking for my future in this industry. It feels like the writers aren't getting what we deserve, and I want to be able to continue to work in this industry as a writer. I want to be able to make a career as a writer, and it just doesn't feel like the big companies have allowed that for us, for our future.
We don't know how long this will go on. The last strike in 2007 dragged on for 100 days. It affected shows like The Office and Breaking Bad. It also helped fuel the rise of reality TV shows that didn't need writers. And at number 7, Apple and Google have teamed up to fight AirTag stalking. AirTags can help people keep track of things like keys and luggage, but have also been put to other not-so-great uses. The companies are developing software that will alert you when you're being followed by a Bluetooth tracker, regardless of what phone you use. They hope to have it finished by the end of the year. You're all caught up for today. If you like the show, leave us a rating or a review. I know I say this every week, but it's a small thing that actually makes a big difference. I'm Jeff Pierre, and I'll meet you back here tomorrow.